Followers, if you have not done so. We do this every Monday and every Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Talking about business. Talking about business. How you can enhance your business.
Great morning, everyone. How y'all doing out there? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. All right, y'all. Let us know where y'all viewing from. It is Monday, y'all. Y'all up and at it or y'all dragging this morning? Which one? Up and at it or dragging?
Slide just a little bit. There you go.
I know sometimes it could be a challenge to get up and get at it on Monday morning, after the weekend. If you're, off the weekend, it can be a challenge to get up and get back to the grind, But you got to do what you got to do.
Great thing about business owners, we are never off.
Never off.
Never off.
Ever. Always working.
Another say she up and dragging.
Dragging.
Port City says up, dragging, getting ready to go back to school. Hey, I'm glad you're on here because we're going to talk about some teachers.
Yeah.
We'll talk about some educators.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, just in an informational way.
Yeah.
So it's 9:03. Ready to get started?
Let's get started.
So I'm Eric.
I'm D, y'all.
And this is the Blank Spot Academy, where we talk about business on Mondays and Fridays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Business in general, y'all. It doesn't matter what type of business it is. We own several businesses, 5 to be exact. This particular business is a sublimation blanks and supply store located in Columbia, South Carolina. But we also have a business, which is really my main passion, is a business where we teach business owners how to build their businesses. The name of that company is National Business Builders, where we focus and specialize in small business development, focusing in the area of business funding, business credit, both personal and business finances, and business growth altogether, mindset shifting. Lots of people, we attract lots of people. Hey, what's going on? That's Sharon,
Hey, Sharon.
out of Orangeburg. We attract a lot of people who are new to business ownership. And I want you guys to understand something. It is all about how you think about anything. And how we think is how we were educated.
Yep.
And how we were educated is based off the information that we got. So, Angela Giselle, thanks for jumping on out of Lexington. Thank you. I need y'all to do me a favor, though. As we continue to build and grow our network, as we continue to attract more people who are interested in what we're talking about, I need you to go ahead and consider, if you find value, not just we appreciate the likes, not just gifts. We thank you for those too. But we need you guys to help us to get this information out. If you think this information is valuable, share it. Share it on whatever platform you're seeing this from. If you think it's valuable, invite your friends, invite your business owner friends, invite your networking friends, invite your associates, invite people who you want to see do great like you. Because let's be honest, nobody wants to struggle. I want to believe that nobody wants to struggle. I think a lot of people don't know that they're struggling.
Right.
But I don't think anybody wants to struggle. Let's go ahead and fix all of that. Okay. Let's fix all of that.
Nobody wakes up in the morning and say, "Hey, I'm gonna go struggle."
I hope not.
That can't be true.
there's lots of things to complain about. And once we start fixing things, once we start putting measures in place to fix things, we run out of things to complain about. And we start thanking or being thankful for waking up. every morning and having another day to apply things that we learned the day before to our lives and to hopefully get better than we were the day before. Remember, we're not in competition with anybody but ourselves.
Right.
Okay. Right. So we thank y'all for jumping on. Once again, as you jump on, drop your city and state, like, share, subscribe. We have a YouTube channel, which is also going to be beneficial to people who are new to crafting, specifically sublimation, and who are new to business. We have business playlists and
so we have business playlists, and then we have sublimation 101 playlists. We even have playlists regarding maintenance on those some printers, that we're using for sublimation. So there's a couple of different playlists on there. When you first get on there, you want to look for the playlist to choose which one you want to be.
So that's the nitty gritty. Yeah. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, because we think it's necessary and important to add some type of value to other people's life in the form of how business works. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. How business works from our perspective, from our point of view, and from our experiences.
Right.
This is by no means, no way, the only way to do things.
No, we just sharing with you guys our experiences, that we've had in the last 7 years being in business. So, like Eric said, we're not talking about anybody else, but what we've experienced and what we've been educated on.
So let's talk about information. If you looked at the title, it's being informed versus being educated. Have you ever heard somebody say knowledge is power?
All the time.
That's a lie. I'm kicking it off right now.
You got to finish the sentence, though.
The proper application.
You have to apply that knowledge.
Yes, that's what makes it powerful. And I need everyone to understand what we hear, the way that we are informed, the information flow. Yeah. It's the way that our mind goes.
You get information all the time, every day. But what are you going to do with that information?
Many of us were taught to go to school, and then in going to school, you need to make good grades. And that's going to, in turn, put you in a position to get a good job. Mm-hmm. That's an information. Mm-hmm. So in this part of the broadcast, we're going to be sharing information. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be informational, and we're going to share a little bit of education. Okay, so it's going to be part one is going to be informational. And then part two, the second half is going to be educational. Then we're going to open it up for some Q&A or comments. So by definition, something that's informational, it's basically meant to inspire somebody to do something.
Right.
So when you get information, for example, you may have heard about what was going on as soon as the panorama hit. You may have heard all types of things that was going on to help families. To improve their lifestyle or help them out. Got some information. From there, hopefully you did some research and you became educated to find out whether those were facts or those were just things that were just being passed around.
Exactly. So like we said, we get information every day.
Yeah.
Is what we do with that information determines that we're going to be educated or not.
And y'all probably saying, how does this apply to business, y'all? Well, it's real simple. Information is going to push us to be educated. Information drives us towards how we decide to be educated. Yep. And with that being said, education, the purpose of it is to empower us or to transform how we think. Yep. So we're going to pause for the calls. We got a couple of people coming on here. Going to say some good mornings. I'll take the top. You take the bottom.
All right. Good morning, Lisa from Florida. Angela out of Lexington. Good morning. Lovely Ladybug out of Baltimore, Maryland. Good morning. Good morning. Off YouTube. There's a Facebook user. I can't see your name. Then we have Tawana Jackson from Charlotte, North Carolina. Great morning. Great morning. Silaholics Anonymous Shakia. Great morning. Great morning.
Out of FLA. So we got Stucky Life out of South Carolina. Say that dragon. Glam. Want to know what type of business we own? Drop your city and state, please. Cigar Bazaar. Great day to you. Let me know where you're coming in from. Nana Grands. Great day to you. Let us know where you're coming from. Let's see. We're scrolling. Patrina Space.
No, there's a store closed. Okay, where you located, Patrina?
Yeah, let us know where you're coming in from.
Yeah,
Tracy.
we're right here in Columbia, South Carolina.
Tracy Smith, Monroe, Louisiana. What's going on?
Right, Monroe.
All right. Patrina's out of South Carolina.
Sumter.
We used to live there.
Patrina. Yep, we're right down the road from you.
We got Courtney on. We know Courtney's from
Courtney.
Louisiana. Sulee.
Is that Michigan?
She's right here. Well, hold up. Don't go too fast.
No, you good.
Yeah, Sulee Diaz is from here, out of Columbia area. Yeah, Ludington, Michigan. That's David. Thanks for jumping on.
Miami.
Glam, Miami. What's up? Thanks, I appreciate
Columbia.
that. Tanya. Yep.
And Tampa.
Eugene's from Tampa. Okay,
Good morning. Then we have on Instagram, we have Sharon Crafting Your Dream. She is out of Orangeburg, South Carolina.
So yeah, we just wanted to, pop that out there. And we just got Shanda coming in from Columbia. So
and Michelle Owens out of Florence. Great morning.
So we're talking about information versus being educated, being informed versus being educated. Information should inspire us to learn something specifically. Education is what drives us or what molds us into thinking differently. So if we get bad information, that means that we're going to get some bad education.
Yeah.
Or the wrong education intended for what we want.
Researching the wrong thing, or it could be anything. I'll tell a real quick story, and this is on the crafted side.
I like when you tell stories.
So I got some information, regarding the whole eco-solvent process. So I want to be educated about it, right? So I started doing my research. I'm gonna do some testing so that I can be educated about it.
So you're not just gonna take their word for it?
No, I'm not gonna take nobody's word for it. I'm gonna educate myself about that process to see what the whole, thing is about it.
But you already got the information.
I do have the information, but I'm going to educate myself. And how I'm going to educate myself about it is I'm going to do my research. I'm going to look for some vendors. I'm going to test some vendors so that I can be educated about it.
But that takes time.
It is going to take time.
I don't have that kind of time. It's just easier just to get the information and then just to act on it.
I don't do that.
Okay.
I don't do that.
So I hope you see what's going on right here, back and forth. We need to understand the importance. We need to understand the importance of course, Angela, of fact checking. And as we get those facts, we have to understand and be able to properly apply those things to whatever we're going to do.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with education, traditional or non-traditional.
Right.
However, when we get the wrong information, we go out and seek out the incorrect education.
Or we just do what someone else is doing and not really doing the whole research thing, for yourself and educating yourself about it.
And bad results too from the wrong information.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
This is the whole reason why it's important for us as business owners to shift the way that we think. As employees, we're often told what to do and how to think.
Right.
But as business owners, we got to get outside of that box.
Yep.
Get a different thought process, because remember, we're doing it for ourselves. So why then are people more geared towards, and now we're going to go to this part of getting a degree. Why is it that people look for degrees when they research business information? I lost a whole bunch of people. Either people are going to get mad at what I just asked, or they're going to say, hey, you know what, whatever.
Maybe ask it again.
Okay.
See if we get some dialogue.
Okay, so why is it that we as business owners look for information in the traditional form of education? Crickets. Yeah. Maybe let me check my. Are we stuck?
Well, I'll just say.
Hold on before you go. Are we stuck? I just want to make sure
we're not frozen.
That we're not frozen. Are we frozen on Instagram? Are we frozen on TikTok? Are we frozen on YouTube, Facebook?
I think it's what we know and what we
have been informed.
what we have been
informed.
Okay, this is what you need to do. I'll just talk about my experience with traditional education. I have a master's degree, okay, in management.
So now say the first part of it.
Business management.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But that degree did not prepare me for having my own business. It prepared me to go work for someone's business.
So
right?
So getting your degree in business management or your master's degree in business management, it prepared you to manage someone else's business.
Yes, it did not prepare me to build my own business.
So, and you're very careful with your words.
Yeah.
It did prepare you to manage your own business.
Yeah.
But it didn't prepare you to start a business. It didn't prepare you to research how a business works, mm-hmm. and it didn't prepare you to build your own business.
Right.
So there are some key things inside of that. And I'm getting some answers now. First off, I'm gonna respond to Linda. She said she loved your earrings.
Thank
okay.
You, thank you, Linda.
Hello from Talladega. Thanks for jumping on. That's how we were taught. Tracy, you are so right. Jobs tell us how to think.
Yeah.
Repeat that question. Shanda, because that's the norm, that's what we have been taught.
Yeah.
We're gonna do something. We're gonna try an exercise here in a minute, okay? Lovely ladybug. It is. Go ahead.
It's because most of the information we sometimes get is from competitors, and they do not give out all the information, but just bits and pieces.
That's the reason why we got to research. That's the reason why we have to either prove that they're lying or confirm that they're telling the truth.
Yeah.
So here you go. Let's try an exercise. Let's try an exercise for the rest of the week. Let's try to flush out things like that's how we were taught. That's all we know. That's how I grew up. Let's try to flush those key thoughts and key phrases out of our minds, and let's start questioning everything. Let's start questioning anything.
Yeah.
Working along the way to get a degree, experience counts. I don't understand that, and I'm not going to even comment on that.
I think what she's saying is you're going to school, but if you're working at the same time, then your experience counts. Like your degree counts.
No,
not sure.
No, I don't think. I think if you can attend. Because listen, I'm not gonna battle anybody about a traditional education versus a non-traditional education.
Yeah.
One reason is because I don't have one, and she does. And I'm looking at this. This is what I'm looking at. I know a lot of successful people in business who don't have degrees. I'm not saying that you shouldn't be educated, but education doesn't always come in the form of a piece of paper or sitting in a class for 8 hours a day.
And that's the main point that I'm trying to say is it doesn't always come in the form of a degree. Okay.
However,
I'm not saying that you shouldn't. Okay.
You should do whatever you think is going to help you to be successful. Studies show and have shown that there's lots of people out there, and I don't have the numbers right in front of me, but there's lots of people out there with traditional degrees that are not working in the field that they study.
Yeah.
So let's do away with the traditional mindset. People have implanted things in our minds and have helped us to formulate an idea.
Right.
That's how they want us to think. What I'm saying is this morning is information should inspire you to want to learn more about that particular topic.
Mm-hmm.
Education is supposed to transform our minds about how we think. Now, on the side of business, we can get any education, any degree that we want to, but if, and I didn't say however, but if it does not apply to what we're doing, how is that going to apply? Retrain the brain. Thank you. How are we going to apply that to our lives?
Right.
Now let's go to a little bit more of information, and then we're going to go to some education. Because information, people are out here, as one young lady said, because the information, most of the information that we sometimes get from competitors, they don't give us all the information, just bits and pieces. Let's talk about that for a minute. This is true. There are a lot of personalities that we deal with on a regular basis. And I would really encourage you to stop going to competitors or people who you feel is your competition, or people who you feel like who are competing against you, or you may even feel like you have to compete against. I strongly encourage you not to go to those people. If you don't have someone in your circle, if you don't grow your network to where you can trust someone to give you valuable information, if you're not in a position right now, you need to consider changing the way you think and change the people who you decide to spend your time with. Here's the thing. There's lots of people, and I found more people through the epidemic than I found probably since I've been in business on social media, who are willing to share information and give information. Now, just because they share something with you, that doesn't mean that it's right or wrong. We still have a responsibility as business owners.
You have to go and you have to research, and like we always say, trust but verify. You know, that person, first of all, they're most likely not going to give you their secret sauce, or their secret ingredient. So that's what you have to, they've informed you, right? So now you got to go and you got to educate yourself on whatever it is that you're trying to do or that person is doing.
I got you, Ten. I'm feeling you right now. I'm understanding. My business, I have folks coming in with degrees with no clue on what to do. Absolutely.
Right.
And you know why? Because education is subject specific. Education is subject specific. If y'all writing anything down, if you like some of the little cool things, I say coy because sometimes they are kind of jacked up. But if you like some of the cool things that I say, write them down. Education is subject specific.
It is.
Most of the times you hear me saying something, I've heard it from somebody else, and I put a twist on it. But education is very much subject specific. I cannot go get a degree in underwater basket weaving and expect to be a carpet,
a doctor, or nurse,
or carpenter. I have to become educated in that specific thing.
Right.
And this is the problem in society, especially when we decide to transition from an employee to a business owner. That's a transition that's very challenging to make.
Yeah.
You have a blessed day as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's a hard transition to make. My experience, and we're only talking about our experience. Now, as we experience people coming into our store on a regular basis who are very educated, they're very articulate, they're very not business.
But they let us know.
Not all of them. They're very not business savvy. They're very not business savvy, and some of them try to come off with that super duper I have a degree education, and then they let us know by opening their mouths. See, it's much easier to have a conversation with someone when you're humble than it is to walk into a room thinking that you know everything. The smartest person in the room is going to eventually be the weakest person in the room because they're going to get drained for all the knowledge and information. Underwater basket weaving. Yep. I want to see that. That's where I'm paying attention. Hey, so we're talking about, and I want you guys to scroll back up to the top because I did an introduction. I have a blurb from the beginning. So as you come on, I think that's how it works. As you come on, you should see what we do and what we actually involved in. But we are a sublimation blanks and supply store located in Columbia, South Carolina. We're talking about information versus education.
Yeah. So we do this every Monday and Friday. We talk about business, strictly business on those days.
Because we understand that it doesn't matter. We understand. Others may not yet fully grasp that concept, but we understand it doesn't matter how good you get in your craft and your skill set. If you don't understand how to keep the money that you earn, the revenue that you make from your business, then you're going to quickly find out that you're going to be on a job somewhere working for somebody for your entire existence. And that is not what we want to promote to people. We want to promote to people financial education, financial freedom, and economic empowerment throughout understanding how business works.
Yeah. So
here's the deal. Information. It is intended to inspire us to want to learn something else. Yeah, I think so.
And listen, guys, you know, you get like I said, you get information every day. You should be learning something every day or getting information every day. But when you get that information, like Eric said, what are you going to do with it? Is it something, you know, that inspires you to where you're going to go act on it? Meaning, okay, let me go do some more. Let me go do some research on this and become educated about it, right? So you have to think about that. Don't just get the information and like, oh, I like that, you know, whatever. But then you don't do anything with it. You got to do something with it, right?
So let's talk about some business education on the back end of business. On Saturday, I shared a quick 12-step tip on how we were able to begin to build credit for our businesses.
Yes.
I did a quick 9-step tip. The education that I shared, well, the information that I shared was basically, hey, before we did anything, we learned how to increase our cash flow. Cash flow is the amount of money that you have left over after all your expenses are paid. Most of us are cash flow negative because we're living paycheck to paycheck to Monday or paycheck to the next day. So when we began to understand how to increase our cash flow, we took some steps to do that. We learned how to lower our taxes. We learned how to minimize our expenses. This may have some remnants of the bucks on it, but we don't drink that. We have our own coffee. So we began to minimize our expenses, lower our taxes, and we began to manage, and start to eliminate our debt. Those things increased our cash flow.
Right.
Okay.
So with that information, Eric shared that information on Saturday morning. And when I tell you the views, oh my God. But my thing is, I just wondered the percentage of the people that was on there with Eric that long, watching and listening, getting that information. How many people actually wanted to be more educated, to go out there and take their own due diligence and educate themselves about it? Or are they just waiting on us to keep giving out more, but you're not doing what you need to do to educate yourself about it? I just wonder the percentage of people that, you know, was on Saturday are really serious and are really taking it and getting educated about it.
Unfortunately, and I do numbers. Unfortunately, the percentage of people who are struggling right now in 2022 with all of this economic empowerment, all of this economic information, all of this financial education going around, with all of the people who are starting businesses because they realize that they need more money. It's unfortunate that the percentages are still about 80% of people who are working in this country are living paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. About 80% of the people in this country are overpaying taxes. Yeah. And they don't see the correlation between that. About 80% of the people who are doing those two things either don't have a business or are not operating the business to the fullest of its ability because they don't understand the tax laws. And now I'm talking about education because I gave some nuggets. I planted some seeds. And with those things, it said, hey, you know what? Lower your taxes. The first thing somebody should have been saying, okay, so in their mind, whether they asked me and I answered or not, they should have been thinking, okay, so how can I legally lower my taxes?
Right.
Let me
go check on it. Let me check this out to see what I need to do. Eric, I'm sure Eric gave some nuggets, maybe some publications that they can go check out. But did that person actually go? You didn't do this time?
Not this time. I've given out a lot.
You've done it before. Yeah. But anyway, did that person follow up and say, hey, let me go check on this. Let me go check this out? Probably not.
And it's sad because we're living in a world where we think a piece of paper means something. It means something to you personally, but that piece of paper ain't gonna feed you. See, inflation is going up.
Right.
Inflation, the definition of inflation, it means something going up. The cost of goods and services are going up. Products and services are going up. Deflation is down. Yeah. Inflation, recession. That means that, you know, there's not a lot of something that you need or want accessible. And your degrees, your traditional degrees are being devalued. They're losing value every day.
They are.
So I need everyone to understand, and this is going back towards, and I want to address the educators. If you are an educator or an administrator, and you are going to sit back in front of the students, I know you have a curriculum that you have to follow, and I don't want anybody to jeopardize their job because that's their livelihood. They have to make that money so they can take care of their families. They have to make that money so they can shift that money towards growing their businesses. But I want you to, if you can, figure out a way to slide in a nugget about financial education. Notice I didn't say literacy, financial education. Whether you put it inside of your math classes, whether you put it inside of your economic classes, educating your staff, your friends, something. But we have to understand that as we go back to school, as we go back to our jobs, if we were off for the summer and we go back to our jobs, and I'm talking about educators specifically, you guys are only paid, some of you are paid 10 months out the year. Some of you have stretched your paychecks out throughout the 12 months. And I know this, and I know every state's different, but I know this because my sister's an educator in Louisiana. And it's challenging for you. You're not going to get paid what you deserve, what you're worth.
Right.
You're educating our children, the future. And we can go back and forth and say, hey, you know what? You should be getting paid more. You're not getting paid enough, so on and so forth. I got it. But your state doesn't care. The Board of Education doesn't care. The politicians don't care. Just about every state has a lottery. You think that money's going back towards education? No, it's lining people's pockets. So you have to do what you have to do in order to get your family together and become educated about your own situation. Information flows both ways, both good and bad, both informed and uninformed, misinformed. But you have to understand that once you hear something, you have to learn the importance of becoming educated on it. If it's not a priority to us, what I'm finding is that people just brush it off. That's there's things that we can do. So when we become educated and as business owners, when we become educated, we actually watch our flowers grow.
Right.
We begin to water that business.
You water it and you watch it grow.
We begin to watch the rose bud form, and it begin to open up, and the petals begin to come out.
So if you're not seeing that, what's the problem? Is it not getting enough water? Is it not getting enough sunlight?
Fertilizer?
Or you're not getting educated on it?
That's
what's happening. So look at your business and think about that.
Look at your actions. Look at your thought process. Look at the way you perceive things. Look at how we hold on to what we learned. And we're so excited about what we learned. Learned. That's the past tense. We should be getting excited about what we are learning. What are we incorporating in our lives to where we are learning something every day, as Dee said?
Right.
What are we doing?
Being educated on it every day.
And being educated on it. So it's a lot to deal with as business owners, as as employees, as entrepreneurs, as people who are just trying to make it. Let's stop just trying to make it and let's start applying ourselves so the struggle that we go through won't apply to us.
Right.
We know that the struggle is real. We know that.
But it's not necessary.
It ain't necessary. You don't have to claim that. There's a lot of other things you can claim. How about claiming the victory? How about claiming success? How about claiming that my business is going to be a huge business? How about claiming that I'm going to break some generational curses? That I'm through the proper education because I've been informed. How about saying, hey, you know what? My child's not going to have to start over. These are some things that
I'm building for my grandkids.
Yeah.
Right? Because right now that's what we're building for. We're building for our grandkids.
So as we recap and we talk about what information is versus education and why it's so important, we have to understand and be able to determine the two differences. Information is meant to inspire someone to go out and learn more about it. Education is meant to transform. Why is it that you think so many people have not transformed their way of thinking about something outside of a traditional way to make money? Because they have not been informed about how a business can help you to build wealth. They've not been informed about how a business can help you to lower your taxes.
Yeah.
They've not been informed about how a business can help you to build something that you can actually own and control.
Or maybe you've been informed, but you didn't educate yourself,
Yep.
or you got the wrong information, right? So maybe you have heard it before about what Eric just said, those things that a business can help you with, but you didn't go out and you didn't do anything. You didn't act on it. You didn't educate yourself about it, right?
How do I do research to educate myself? There's a lot of people that came on before, man, previous calls, going to search engines and typing in keywords. That's simple.
That's a start.
Typing in keywords. Educate yourself on the irs.gov. irs.gov talks about businesses. Educate yourself on your taxes and how to lower them, because that's your biggest expense. And for those of you who don't know, taxes are our biggest expense. Even for us people who are military, retired, they don't pay taxes on their money. Taxes is still your biggest expense, because if you don't have a business and you don't have a way to legally, morally, and ethically write off a percentage of your life, then you're paying huge taxes when you go purchase groceries, when you go and buy clothes, when you go out there and buy multiple properties or multiple vehicles outside of your area. You know, Google SBA website, college counselor, blank spot. Let's touch. Well, you know what? I want to touch the SBA. I'm not gonna mess with that. That's for another time.
We'll do that another time.
Yeah, because yeah. But hey,
but
Sarah,
some
thanks for
valuable
jumping
information,
on.
guys, out
There's lots of information
that you can get. That's really great information. You just got to find the time and get the right mindset that you want to learn and be educated about this stuff. You know, we can't sit around and mope and like, oh, I wish this, oh, I wish that. But you're not putting the time in to get educated with these different things.
How many hours in a day? How many hours in a day? The complete day? How many hours?
That's 24 hours in a day.
24 hours in a day. So
I know that most of us, you're working, at least 8 hours a day. Most
people man, you ain't working. You might be at work. You might be at work 8 hours a day, but you ain't working a full 8 hours.
At least an hour of your time, especially as a business owner, to be working on your business or to be getting educated. Y'all, he's saying that most people that work, you just kind of playing around. You're not really working.
That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
Because I ain't lying. When I was in corporate America, I might have been working 4 hours a day. The rest of the time I was messing around.
How many people right now?
So you can find the time.
It's 9:38 on the East Coast or 9:39 on the East Coast.
How many people since 7 o'clock
right now at work and you looking at this?
How much work have you done? Or who's at work right now looking at this?
Yeah.
Right. So if you're at work right now looking at this, you're doing, you're getting some good information. But who's been at work? You're on TikTok looking at some stuff that's not no value of that's gonna help you with your business, right? So you can find the time. Is what we're saying.
Tawana to raise her hand.
Who at work right now listening to this?
Lovely lady to raise their hand.
Lovely lady Tawana.
Sarah said, "Don't tell on me." You know
what we're saying is,
yeah,
use your time wisely. Yeah, we appreciate you that you guys are on, on our channel, because guess what? We hope that you're getting something valuable out of it. But how many times that we're at work or not really doing anything, and now we're just scrolling TikTok or whatever, and then it's so much craziness on there that you're not even getting any value out of it. Guys, you got to be following people that's going to give you some value, not being some stupid stuff.
Facebook user. I'm crafting and working, watching you, working and learning some. Okay. So check this out, man.
Y'all got to follow people that's going to give y'all some value. Y'all following the wrong stuff. I'm telling you.
No, we like to be entertained, man.
Listen.
It's a. So our man. our education piece comes from a place and a space to where we are and have been conditioned that we have worked hard, and we get those couple of days off of whenever we're off from that job.
Yeah.
And we've been conditioned to relax.
Right.
When we're only using 10% of our brain. We're only using 10% of our mind. And for those of you who do have businesses, it will be to your benefit to, like Dee said, to balance that time.
You gotta balance it.
There's going to be time for entertainment.
Right.
But you have to ask yourself, are you looking to be entertained? Or are you looking to be educated?
Exactly.
Being entertained goes along with following people who are talking about ratchet, gossip.
Stuff that's not going to help you build your business.
No growth.
Not going to help you grow your business.
But here's the thing, right? Watch this. We're sitting at currently, our followers just on TikTok, we're sitting at about 55, maybe 5,600 followers. Okay, maybe more if somebody started following us here. I scroll across TikTok in the timeline to get certain content, and I find, and this is just my opinion, don't shoot the messenger, and please don't judge me for what I'm thinking and how I'm feeling. I'm finding that people wanting to be educated, wanting to be entertained more than wanting to be educated, because they're following these people with these, these comedians, and nothing wrong with that's their job.
Wrong,
but they're boosting up views for platforms and people who are just being silly.
What are you getting out of it? What are you getting out of it, y'all? Tell me that. Tell me.
Hey, Myra, what's going on? Thanks for jumping on. So
we gotta do better with that.
If we want to grow, we have to do better. If we don't and we're good where we're at, I'm good too. Mm-hmm. Lorraine said that's correct. Tracy said I'm working and typing at the same time. Mm-hmm. That's right, multitask. I don't know. As we bring this to a close.
Yeah.
Just going to do a quick recap. Mm-hmm. So I'm Eric.
I'm Dee, y'all.
And this is the Blank Spot Sublimation and Supply Store located in Columbia, South Carolina. This is the Blank Spot Academy platform that we're using to educate and inform those of you who want to be informed about business.
Yep.
Something may be dealing with something in the back end of your business, the way we think about our business, our mindset. The whole idea of this morning, we're talking about information versus education. Information being something that inspires you to think or to do something about something,
right?
Your situation. Information should inspire you to go out and do some research to become educated.
Exactly.
Education, on the other hand, after being educated, it should transform your way of thinking. Mm-hmm. Whether it's
which in turn can help your business, can transform your business.
And we're talking about business. Yeah, and our personal lives.
Yeah.
So, regardless of how you think about what we're saying or how you feel about what we're saying, it's factual. You may not agree, and that's cool. Don't want anybody to always agree with me. Would everybody always agree with you? No. Yeah, we can have a discussion. That's how discussions are created. That's how relationships are formed, and that's how networks are built, because we find ourselves being around like-minded people, and we can grow together, or at least grow in the same direction. Mm-hmm. Here's the issue. The issue is when we get informed and we don't research, we don't get educated, and then we go out and we say some stuff like, nobody's sharing information. Everybody wants to charge for everything.
You're waiting on it to come to you.
Everybody wants to charge for everything, and nobody wants to give anything away. And what? Hello,
you have to do your own
hello. Where have you met? Have we met? This is America. This is 2022. Capitalism is alive and well.
You gotta do the work, guys.
You got to do the work.
You got to do the work to become educated on whatever it is that you want to do.
People are not charging for information. I promise you. People charging for their time.
Charging for their time.
Tracy said, my job is clocking me. If I am not taking chats, they assign me tasks and clocking me, etc. Yeah.
You multitasking for real.
They want things done. She said, that's why I'm here to learn. More bless you. Hey, listen, we appreciate it. We're going to open it up. Any comments, any questions, questions or comments we want to take about the conversation. Maybe you don't know what to say. Maybe you don't know what to ask. But just, let us know how you feel about what you heard. Do you feel like in the past or right now currently you've been informed, properly informed? And if so, did you go out and do some research to become educated on it?
Yeah. Or are you just following us so that you can get for us to come back and just keep feeding into you and you don't do the work?
Yeah, because that ain't gonna happen. Yeah. Not just us, in general.
Anybody.
In general, we have to. I want you from after this point, I want everybody to go back and look at their social media. Because social media has become a tabloid.
It is a tabloid. It's
become a place where we watch mess and drama. I want you to go back and look at your social media and the things that come across your timeline. And I want to ask you, is that thing informing you with good information? And if so, are you being educated as well? Is it inspiring you to become educated?
Right.
Because if you're not, it's nobody's fault but your own if you're stuck in the place that you're in.
And there's some great pages out there. There's some great people out there that's giving a lot of great valuable information on all of these different platforms. We just have to make sure that we're following the right ones and that we are getting something from these platforms and these people, these pages and everything that we're following.
No, ma'am, not yet. We do not have an ebook just yet. We're working on an ebook, basically how to start sublimation. And the reason, and this is not to make an excuse about it. That's a great question. It's not to make an excuse about it, but the reason why we haven't completed the ebook yet is because there's so much more information out there. It's going to have to be something along the title of sublimation for beginners or sublimation for dummies, and not to, no pun intended, but it's going to have to be something basic.
We want to make it unique from what everybody else has.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're
there's
doing
there's a lot of books out there.
Yes.
But with the blank spot, we want to make it unique. So we're going to put something else different in there that everybody else is not having in there. Not just about the whole sublimation, but the whole picture.
Yeah, we want to include the business portion of it.
Include the whole picture, not just that part. Okay. So that's why we hadn't put it out yet, because we want to be different.
Ooh, we. I hope y'all are reading the same comments I'm reading. I'm going to say it on the other platforms. If you do not use the information, it's just a wish.
Oh, man. That's it right there, Tracy. It's just a wish.
There are lots.
So stop being out there wishing. Oh, I wish this. Oh, I wish that. Oh, I wish my business was doing this. Oh, I wish my business was doing that. Stop that.
See, if people actually
with that information.
If people actually use the information, then they would understand that wishing that their business was doing something would be a different wish. Because once they start doing the work, see, this thing ain't for the weak.
It's not.
It's not for the weak.
It's not.
And I'm here to tell you, you can separate yourself. And I've said this before, from the 100%, you can slide your way into the 3%. Because 3% of the people that are in business, 3% of them, all they're gonna do is show up. That's all you have to do is show up. The other things are going to happen. I'm not saying just show up. What I'm saying is you're gonna learn how to surround yourself around like-minded people. You're gonna learn how to build a network, because your network is your net worth. You're gonna learn how to position yourselves around people who want more.
Exactly.
We have to do the work. Doing the work means that we can't sleep in on the weekend.
No, you're gonna have some late nights. You're gonna have some early mornings. If you're working, you may be working on your business before work and after work,
and maybe trying to slide something in during work.
Like you just said.
But this ain't for the weak, man. No. This is something that sets us aside from other personalities. And just the idea of wanting to start a business is a mindset shift. Once you make your mind up to do something, you don't have to let anybody else into your head space and let them, encourage you to do something different.
Right, and we have to stop comparing ourselves to these other people and what they have, because you don't know what it took for them to get there. So you can't keep comparing yourself. Oh, I want to be like this person. Oh, I want to be like that person. Stop doing that.
You don't know what it took for them to get there, and you don't know if what they're doing is correct.
Exactly.
I look at similar businesses to ours.
Yeah, all the time.
And I'm gonna tell you, as I look on, this is online only, because there's only one business in South Carolina, in Columbia, that I know of, in Columbia, that is similar to what we're doing. But they do other things too. There's other businesses in Columbia, but no business is just like yours. No business is just like ours. So we look at other businesses, and I'm just gonna be honest, it's not a brag, humble brag, but if we compared ourselves to what the other businesses are doing, I wouldn't get up in the morning and come to the store. Not because they're doing so much more than us, but because they're doing so much less. That's their business, though. That may be their business model. That may be what they want to do.
Right.
You can't compare yourself to somebody else. And then, like I said, you don't know if they're doing it correctly.
Exactly. You don't know how they got there. Okay.
Slow and steady.
A lot of times we look at all these people with all these followers and things like that. You don't know what they have to do to get there.
You don't know if they paid for the followers.
You don't know. So don't
that part of it is, But just don't compare yourself to other people. Right. Don't do that. It's your business is your business. Mm-hmm. The information that you gather, if it applies to you, definitely research it regardless. And if it applies to you and you want to become more educated on it, then do that. How do I look it up? The keywords. It's real simple. We were on a call. I did something Thursday or something, maybe Wednesday. And someone said, "Well, how do I look that up?" Type it in. Type in that exact thing that you said. Why are we so afraid to fail? We can't be afraid to fail. I need you to understand something. If you only have a job and you're depending on that job, and I don't talk to me about a side hustle, because I don't do side hustles. I don't do side gigs. I don't do nothing on the side. If you have a job only, and that's the only stream of income that you have, then you're failing. You're failing. Because that income is not secure. Nothing secure. If you have a business along with your job, then you need to understand how that works. And if you don't understand how that works, then you're failing.
Listen, I always say this with the whole, job thing. There's nothing wrong with it. But guess what? You can't leave that to your kids. You can't leave that to your kids or your grandkids. Can you leave that to them? No, you can't.
No.
That's my whole thing about it.
Nobody's gonna agree totally on what we're saying. And that's why we're here, because we want to get insight. We want to get feedback. We only want to attract people who want to learn. We don't want to attract anyone we only want to attract people who want to learn from our experiences, so they don't go through the same pitfalls that we went through.
Yep.
If that's not who we're attracting, then we just ask that you politely go ahead and move on, because we are not going to get on the table and do a dance show for you. No. We ain't gonna do that. Yeah, we make some we
do some funny videos every now and then, but that's not our main thing. That's not what we're gonna be doing. Let me just put it this way: you're not gonna see that from us every day.
If you want to learn how to get your business to grow, whether it be marketing, whether it be target audience, whether it be financial, whether it be record keeping, minimizing taxes on the front end of your business, how can I get more sales? We can share with you what we are doing and what's being successful for us, and then that may help you to add some value to your life.
But we can educate. We can give you the information all day long. But it's up to you to become educated.
I can give it to you, but what you gonna do with it?
Give it to you all day.
Yeah.
What you gonna do?
What does shirt say?
What you gonna do with it?
Oh,
you trying to see?
I was trying to see what it said. I forgot what I put on this morning. So hey, we got about 4 more minutes. About 4 more minutes before we clamp this thing
Yeah,
down.
y'all. We
gotta clean up
hope
in here,
y'all
bro.
have a great day today. It's Monday. It's our admin day, so we don't open till 1 o'clock today. So we're gonna get off of here, and I'm probably gonna go do a little shopping. And Eric was gonna stay in here and do some stuff.
I'm gonna rearrange the store this morning.
He's thinking about rearranging the store.
I ain't thinking about it. I done made my mind up. I'm rearranging the store this morning. So if you local and you come in here, you start looking for something, I moved it. That's how it is. So I like changing up. There's no future. There's no failure as long as you learn a lesson. If not, then you repeat insanity. Absolutely.
Somebody say rearrange. Who this has to be a local person. The Facebook user. I can't see your name. They rearrange.
But
Yes, he's rearranged.
yeah. So that you're absolutely right, Tracy. We don't lose, we learn. Sharon. Yeah, we don't lose, we learn. And if you're not looking to learn, then you're gonna accept that loss. Everything that we do, we've learned from.
Everything. We learning every day, y'all.
What to do and what not to do. It's easy.
When I say every day,
Yeah.
you be like, okay, well, what happened today? Let's see. How can we improve from that, or what we need to do different. Every day is the learning here at the blank spot, y'all.
So we had a good weekend. This was our date weekend. We started off with a date night on Friday, and Saturday morning we got up and did brunch.
Friday, Saturday we did brunch.
No, not Saturday.
No,
we did brunch. We do. Saturday.
Friday night we went to a little concert.
Yeah, Saturday
we had dinner. Yesterday
we did brunch.
We did brunch and wore ourselves out.
Yeah, we rode
in the sun.
Yeah, we were riding with the top. We had the top down, so yeah.
But anyway,
so that was fun, man. So you got to get some time out away from your job and your business and relax. But anyway, that was our weekend. But we appreciate y'all for jumping on. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. We have YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Our YouTube channel. Everything is The Blank Spot.
Yeah, so if you came on late and you want to view the entire session that we did today, you can just head on over to our YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, and you can view the entire session that we did today.
And other sessions. We have playlists that are separated that talk about different things. So, So we're going to go ahead and get this thing.
Yeah.
So I'm Eric.
I'm D, y'all.
And this has been the Blank Spot Academy from the Blank Spot Sublimation and Supplies store located at 224 O'Neill Court, Suite 26 and 27. That's Columbia, South Carolina, 29223. That should be a commercial. Yeah. That's Columbia, South Carolina, y'all. We do ship. Check out our website. We have over 200 items on our store, in our store and on our website. It's theblankspot.com. That's THEBLANKSSPOT. Check out our link tree and you can see our different platforms on there. You have an amazing day as well. Great day to you, Sparktacular. Okay, Sparktacular. I like that. Sounds like a t-shirt. We don't lose. You're right, we learn. Absolutely. Go ahead and put it. Make that happen.
Like that.
Make that happen. But we're gonna go ahead and take off. You guys take care. Have a better than amazing day.
Have a great day, y'all.
And like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. You guys take care. Peace.
Bye-bye.